What's up, folks? Trev here, and I am coming to you from the yard sale, as you can see. And I'm going to be doing some um, videos. I've taken a break from social media um, with the intent of uh, getting off the grid and plugging from the algorithm. But I think this is a reason and a way to do to kind of phase transition. We do a lot of grassroots marketing, and I think we can do a nice balance of grassroots and digital marketing with the intent to eventually phase more to the grassroots side. So here I am back on the social media platforms. So I'm going to start actually with the message that we share here. Once you come to the yard sale, we are on Elgin Boulevard, a few hundred feet east of the Holy Trinity Orthodox Church. Come outside, you come down Elgin, you see the signs. Sunday we are here from 10 a.m. to 2. And we have these flyers that we have. Every week we have different flyers, and this one has to do with love. And I just want to promote community, so I'm going to read um, what it says on the back. It's basically taken the messaging from 1 Corinthians 13. And it says, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not boast, love is not proud, love is not rude, love is not self seeking, love is not easily angered, love keeps no record of wrongs, love does not delight in evil, love rejoices with the truth, love always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. So come by, get your flyer. You check all the boxes, and you are aligned with community and sustainability. So now I want to speak about every Friday we have our faith keepers on Facebook. I'm gonna on YouTube, Facebook, and it's a faith um, messaging, a faith stream, I guess, where as of late I've been talking about some of the miracles that I experienced because I feel it's important to share them. I'm hesitant to speak in these terms because, if you haven't experienced miracles yourself, it sounds a little far fetched. But as I said in the last week, that it's not for you. It's not, my miracles are not for you. Your miracles, God speaking to you, is for you, for that person to strengthen their faith, not for you to strengthen others. But at the same time, I do think that for those who are receptive and maybe have had similar experiences and want to kind of hear from others, I think I feel like I'm called to share the miracles. And as I said last week, it seems like every week there's a couple of miracles that happen. And I'm going to walk into the shade for a little bit. I don't know if that helps out. I'll move closer when I have to come to the camera to show some of the things I'm going to show. But I felt like every week there's a miracle happening in my life that strengthens my faith. And one just happened as I was setting up this camera and going through my products here. Um, so this Friday, the episode is going to be about the parable of the wheat and the tares, which basically speaks about separating. Uh, in the parable, a farmer sows seeds of wheat, but overnight the enemy comes and plants weeds, and the servants of the farmer, his workers, ask him, "Should we separate the wheat and the tares?" And the farmer says, "No, by doing that you may cause more harm than good by uprooting the good, the wheat. So we will do the separation once we harvest." And the point was that Um, there's sin and good. There's sustainability and unsustainability. There's messaging that is clear and that's not clear in our lives every day. Uh, Sometimes it's not the time to try to separate that because we know it may end up doing more harm than good. And that's a message that parable I learned about this Saturday at my service. I've heard it before, but I heard more about it this Saturday. And the reason I bring that up is because uh, I have a background that's many people may know that I just recently returned to the faith in the last 3 or 4 years. In the 30 plus years previous to that, I was in the world, of the world. And much of what you see here in the shop uh, is a part of that history at the yard sale. And I often struggle with should I be offering these things to the community? Not nothing that's detrimental or illegal or anything, but just something that doesn't, on the surface, seem to align with my faith. And this weekend, I had invited some of the fellow church members to come by. And as I was doing that, I was going through my library. Right here is, if you see over here, this is the library right here. You have all these books. And one of the books um, I was clearing it of everything that might be risque or provocative. And I thought I had it cleared. And so I thought it was all clear for everybody to come by on Sunday. They didn't come by, but at the same time, I found a book, and I'm going to pull it up right here. Uh, a book, this one. It's called Get Your Kicks from Nate Igor Smith. And this book is documenting Igor's journey on Route 66. He's a photographer and a long time old friend of mine. We haven't been in contact for a long time, but we would collaborate on many projects together. And what Igor did, and this is where it gets a little risque, might be described by many and is uh, soft porn. He would shoot naked women in the streets. And this is the world I was a part of. Not specifically the soft porn part, but of the nightlife and the risque and drinking and doing all of these things that are not aligned with the faith in the way that I live my life now. So here was this book with pictures of uh, women who are erotically posed along this route. It's actually a really good book in terms of his photography skills, and this content is is compelling. Everyone knows about Route 66, and I'll just show some of the non-risque photos like that. And like this. So he traveled Route 66 over the course of 2 3 weeks, and so here was this book, and I pulled the book off the shelf. I haven't looked at it in over a decade, and I'm here going through the pages, and I'm like, wow. I've always had this debate whether I should have my past as a part of the yard sale, or should I hide it, edit it, suppress it. So I'm sitting down reading the book, and then I think to myself, I feel like I just had a feeling that there's going to be an image there that some may find highly offensive, uh, sacrilegious, and maybe blasphemous. And I felt a strong feeling I hope I don't see that in this book. And the second I turn the page, right after I'm like 3/4 of the way through the book, and the next page is bam, there it is. An image that I'll describe it, I won't show it. Praying hands, and a woman who is um, spread eagle in front of the praying hands. and it kind of threw me aback, even coming from this past. And I said, wow, I feel like I just need to get this away. Um, but maybe this is a sign, because the fact that I'm thinking this, and the next page, and it's the one image in the book that's combines the soft pornography with religious imagery. And I felt like the fact that I was just thinking that, and that it's now apparent as I'm thinking it, turning the page, that that is um, God speaking to me, and I still didn't know what the message was, because it still was kind of a continuation of the question I have about whether I should include my past. So I take the book off the shelf. I put it in. I'll show you over here. We have the cabinet where I keep all of the things that I don't really want to put out there, because either I'm not ready to sell them, they're very personal, or it's very risque. Um, and that's the cabinet here. Or things that are a little bit too valuable to be out there, because I don't want it to get damaged. And so I put it. Uh, I say I'm going to put it in there, but I'm reading before I put it in the shelf. And then I get to the last page, and as I'm thinking, should I really hide my past, edit it, or repress it or suppress it? Then I get to the last page, and here it is. And I'm gonna show you, this page isn't too provocative, but it's But if you read this, do you see that? I don't know if you can see that, but that's my name. So Igor, the author, and he may have told me this and I may have forgotten, acknowledges me as one of the supporters of his book. And I felt like that's the messaging. That was kind of, if not the answer, a part of the answer as to how I should be handling my past. Because as much as I try to edit it, suppress it, or erase it, it's there in black and white in ink. So maybe I need to confront it. Maybe I need to discuss it. Um, I read this book today with no attraction to that the carnal desires that this book may have um, brought out in me in the past, and that's kind of been my history for the past 3 4 years as I've been spiritual. I've no longer have those desires that I had before, and and even in some recent, I spoke about this last Friday, recent incidents with people who have put me in a position where I've had the most carnal temptations I've ever experienced, I think ever. And I stood strong, following scripture and following the tenets of, of the Bible and God. So I felt like I'm in a position where I could look at a book like this and not feel anything. In fact, I'm looking at the pictures of the Route 66 uh, and seeing it for the beauty that it was meant to be. But I also see that the people that are in this, who are scantily clad, they have a beauty, inner beauty. It sounds funny, right? You're looking at soft porn for the inner beauty of the people, right? Yeah, that's what they say about. Like I read Playboy magazine for the articles, right? But I did see that. Um, they're all children of God. So I just want to share um, that it's something I'm still struggling with. I'm still listening for when God speaks. But for now, I'm not going to keep it out there, but I'm going to keep it there, and I'm going to keep it on the website. It's on thevalueexchange.org. It's not, you're not able to purchase it, but you can see the pictures, not the not the provocative pictures, but just the pictures that I just shared with you, and read about the book. And that it's a point of conversation, right? Part of what we're doing here at the yard sale is to engage our neighbors, to talk about love, and also the challenges that they may have spiritually. And Yeah, so that's my testimony for today. Join us again Friday. We will have a live stream either on YouTube or Facebook, most likely YouTube, where we could go a little bit more depth about this and bring in our holy, our uplifting of the Most High on our holy day.